Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. What are you doing, Snowy? Just another minute and then we'll start. Snowy. 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 Get up there. Alright. Oh, Snowy. Oh, Snowy. Kitty cat. Alright, let's get started. So when you're ready, find a comfortable seated position. Sit up nice and tall. You can wiggle your way into stillness. And then close your eyes. We're going to take 3 big breaths in through our nose. As you exhale, sigh out through your mouth. So 2 more of those. And close your mouth. Begin to breathe in through your nose and back out through your nose. And just begin to notice your breath wherever you notice it. So maybe you feel the sensation of the air coming into your nostrils and then leaving your nostrils. Maybe you feel it as the air goes down your throat. Maybe you just feel your rib cage expanding and contracting with each breath. Or maybe you feel your belly rising with each inhale and falling with each exhale. Wherever you notice your breath, just try to hold your awareness there for a little while. Think about releasing any effort that may have brought you there. A lot of times, especially with breathing practices and meditation, we tend to try a little too hard, and then the practice that we're doing in order to find some relief actually causes more issues. So you want to say you feel your belly and your breath, your breath in your belly. Just tell yourself to bring your awareness down to your belly and just watch it as it rises and then as it falls. You feel your eyebrows furrowing or your body tensing up. Just take a nice breath to clear everything out. Take a nice and then start over. We're just going to take a few more breaths. As a matter of fact, you can count down from 5 using your breath. And it will go a little bit like this. As you inhale, think to yourself, breathing in 5. And as you exhale, breathing out 5. Inhale, breathing in 4. Exhale, breathing in 4. Inhale, breathing in 3. Exhale, breathing in 3. Inhale, breathing in 2. Exhale, breathing in 2. Breathing out 2, I should say. And then inhale, breathing in 1. Exhale, breathing out 1. And once you get there, take a nice full breath in. Pause. And then sigh out through your mouth. And you can open your eyes. Alright, I'm going to start moving. So grab the front of your knees. We're going to do some cat-cows just like this. So on your inhale, you're going to bring your chest through, forward, and drop your head to look up at the ceiling, or to the top like that. And as you exhale, reverse everything. So round your spine, chin to chest. Go slow. Inhale, look up. Pull your chest through. And exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. So let's just do a few more of them. And we'll do one more. Let's actually go over to tabletop. Alright. We'll do 3 cat-cows here. It's just a little easier to do them. Might hit a couple different muscles, so. Same movement. As you inhale, look up, drop your belly. As you exhale, chin to chest, round your spine, press the mat away from you. Inhale, look up, drop your belly. And exhale, chin to chest, round your spine. And we'll do one more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, round your spine. Alright, so left hand in the middle of the mat, right underneath your face. What you're going to do is, next inhale, send your right hand up to the sky. Keep your hand up as you exhale. We're going to take one more inhale. And as you exhale, bring this right hand in between your left hand and your torso, all the way down to your shoulder. If you can, get your head down on the ground. Then you can keep your left hand from dropping too deep, or you can drop your left hand over your back. And take a few breaths here. Try to breathe in between your shoulder blades in this pose. And let's take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Then you're going to place your left hand by your face. Use that hand to push yourself up. Right hand up to the sky. And then back down to the ground. And you can wag your tail a few times if you like. We're going to do the other side. So now your right hand's going underneath your face. Inhale, left hand up. As you exhale, keep your hand in the air. Take one more breath. As you exhale, left hand in between your right hand and your torso. Drop your head down. Right hand up and over your shoulder, or up over your back. And a few breaths here. Trying to breathe in between your shoulder blades. And one more inhale. One more exhale. Bring that right hand back up. Place it by your face. Press up, left hand to the sky, and then send your left hand down. We're going to do a forearm stretch while we're here. I'm going to move back so you can see my forearms. Alright, so take our forearms. Let's do this without touching the ground first. Just going to take your hands, reach them out, point your fingers to the sky. Oh shit, it's not. Point your fingers up to the sky, press your palms forward, Press, press, press. Now while keeping that tension, rotate. Ooh, go back the other way. We're going to do 3 of them. So make sure you're pulling your fingertips towards your face the whole time. Rotate. One more. Good. Now press your palms. Press, press, press. You can relax. Woo! Alright, so now you're going to press your palms down on the mat. Your thumbs are going to, or your fingers are going to point towards your towards your knees. Then press your fingertips into the mat, all the fingertips pressing down. Slowly start to lean back. And when you lean back, you'll feel a stretch from your wrist all the way up to your elbow, up to you. Your entire forearm is going to stretch. So you don't have to go very far. Just go until you feel resistance. I'm going to take 3 breaths here. With each exhale, see if you can encourage those muscles to soften, to let go of some of that tension that you're feeling. And when you're done with your third, lean forward, bring your fingertips towards the top of the mat this time. And then you can do wrist circles. People that work in the office, they know you have to have your wrists nice and healthy. That just happened. Alright, anywho. From tabletop, what time is it? Oh, perfect. From tabletop, you're going to walk your hands to the top corners of the mat. And inhale. As you exhale, melt your heart and your head down to the mat. So you want to keep your hips right over top of your knees. So your butt's in the air and let your forehead hit the ground. If your forehead doesn't quite hit the ground, drop your elbows. And that'll help release some of that tension, make it a little easier to drop into the pose. And if it's too much on your shoulders, pull your elbows back a little bit. And let's take one more inhale here. One more exhale. And then drop your elbows if they're not already there. And walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Then fingertips, dig your fingertips into the mat. Tuck your toes. Send your hips to the sky for down dog. You can pedal your feet out here. It's first thing in the morning, your hips might be a little tight. So spread your fingertips. Press the mat away so your arms are straight. Let your head be heavy, so the top of your head's pointing towards the mat. Then you can be on the balls of your feet, that's perfectly okay. But if anything feels tight in this pose, you want to bend your knees to allow some more space. As you bend your knees, send your sit bones up a little higher. And take a few more breaths here. With each exhale, see if you can feel your body settling into down dog. And let's do one more inhale. One more exhale. You can look to the top of your mat and hop, step, jump, walk your feet in between your hands. Next inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, you're going to forward fold, drop your head. Then we're going to come up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. So your head is the last thing that comes up. Alright. Let's see what we got for standing today. Alright, so feet together in the middle, hands up by your sides. Let's take a few breaths here in mountain pose. So hands out by your sides. You're looking forward. Press your big toes into the mat. Spread your toes. Press your pinky toes down. Imagine your legs nice and straight. So as you inhale, imagine pressing off the ground, rising up off the ground. Bring your shoulders up a little higher. And as you exhale, relax them onto your back. And on your next inhale, bring your hands over your head. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. And as you exhale this time, bend your knees, frame out your feet, hop or step back to your high plank, and you're going to lower chaturanga. Drop your knees, press yourself into up dog. And on your next inhale, tuck your toes, hips in the sky for down dog. Again, you can pedal your feet here. So we're going to do that sequence 2 more times. So on your next inhale, look in between your hands, hop, step, jump your feet in between them. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale again, flat back, halfway. This time as you exhale, bend your knees, frame out your feet, hop or step back. Lower chaturanga. Drop your knees, press yourself into your up dog. And tuck your toes, hips to the sky for down dog. And take a drink, you stay right there in down dog. Alright, on your next inhale, look in between your hands, top step, jump your feet in between them. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Next inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, frame out your feet, hop or step back. Lower chaturanga. Drop your knees, press yourself up into up dog. Tuck your toes, hips to the sky. A few breaths in down dog. Make sure you're not holding your breath. When you're ready, send your right heel up to the sky as high as you can go. So you can go a little higher. Open up your hips so that your right hip's over the top of your left. You can go a little farther back and drop that right leg. And do the other side. So left heel up this time. Send a little higher. Now open up your hip. Left hip over your right. And bring your left foot down. And let's drop down in the child's pose. Big toes together in the middle. Knees out to the sides. Lower yourself down in the child's pose. So, you can reach for the top of the mat. You want a shoulder stretch. Or you can just grab opposite elbows. Place your forehead on the forearms. And all we're doing here is just taking a few breaths to slow the heart rate back down. So don't think about taking deep breaths. Think about just slowing the breath down a little bit. Just trying to make your next inhale a little slower with a little more control. Same thing with your exhale. Just a little slower and a little more controlled than the one before it. Alright, so we're going to do one more inhale. One more exhale. As you exhale, see if you can sink your hips a little lower. start to make our way back up to tabletop. Woo! And tuck your toes, hips to the sky. Back to down dog. This time, send your right heel in the air. Then you're going to bring that right foot in between your hands. So your back foot is going to stay just like it is on the ball of your foot with your heel pointed to the sky. You bring your hands to your right knee while you're making your way up. And then you can either stay here with your hands at heart center or bring your hands over your head to complete your crescent lunge. So, a couple things here. Make this left leg nice and straight. Keep your knee straight. This is your kickstand. Keep your hips squared towards the top of the mat. And then the last thing you're going to do is bend your right knee so that your right knee is over top of your ankle. And then hands over your head. Ooh. Keep your elbows as straight as you can here. And then take a few breaths. I realize there's a lot of tension and sort of effort going on in this pose. So as you exhale, see if you can encourage your body to soften or release some of that effort. You're already in the pose now. You don't need the effort to stay here. Let your bones keep you here. And we'll do one more inhale. As you exhale, hands down to heart center. And you're going to drop your left hand down to the inside of your right foot. Send your right hand up to the sky. And look at your right middle finger knuckle if you can. Alright, one more inhale. As you exhale, frame out your right foot. And we're going to go back to the push-up. Lower. Drop your knees, press your body up into your up dog. And then back to down dog. Where we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Whoop, whoop. So when you're ready, left heel into the sky. Place that left foot in between your hands. Again, your back heel staying up. Bring your hands to your knees. And when you're ready, either hands at heart center or hands over your head. Ooh, hips are tight today. So try to keep this right leg straight. Hips pointed towards the top of the mat. And a bend in your left knee so it's over the top of your ankle. And elbows straight over top of your head. Try your best. Whoa, falling. Try your best to keep your elbows straight and bring your elbows behind your ears. Might not necessarily be available, but just that's where you want your effort to be. Speaking of effort, let's take one more inhale. And as we exhale, hands heart center. Drop that right hand down on the inside of your left foot. And left hand up to the sky. And one more inhale. And as you exhale, frame out your left foot. Go back to your push-up. Lower. Inhale into your up dog. And then this time just come back into child's pose. A few breaths here in child's pose. Gotta slow you back down now. So when you're ready, make your way back up the tabletop. And we're going to come to, I guess, standing on our knees. So we're going to do a little back bend here. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. So two fists. You're going to press your pelvis forward with those fists. You want to keep pressing your pelvis forward. As you inhale, lift your spine. As you exhale, drop your head back into your back bend. This is called camel pose. With each inhale, think about your breath, pulling your spine up, straight up. As you exhale, think about your body relaxing deeper into the back bend. So I think of a candy cane shape as I'm breathing. Inhaling up and then exhaling down. And let's do one more inhale. One more exhale. And you can slowly drop your chin into your chest and sit back on your heels. Yeah, on your heels. And take a few breaths here. Just sort of let that pose melt away. It's a lot of sensations in your spine, so just take a moment. And then we can make our way. Actually, let's make our way onto our backs. Yeah. So on your back. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. You're gonna reach. You're gonna grab your left leg behind your left knee. Then you're gonna pull this left leg towards your chest. And if you can, you take your right elbow, press it against your right knee just to keep it away from your face. So while this leg is coming in, you want to push this leg away. So that way you're getting a little hip opener on your right side here. And let's take one more inhale. One more exhale. You can release that left leg. Uncross. Switch sides. Left ankle over right knee. And grab your right leg. You're going to pull that right leg in towards your chest as you gently tell that left knee to open up. Oh, it's tight on that side. Alright, so one more inhale. One more exhale. And you can release. Drop your feet, both feet down. You're going to tee your arms out to shoulder height. And drop both knees to your right side. And turn your head to look over your left shoulder. Just a few breaths here. Try to breathe down into your belly here. That's where you're going to feel some resistance. So breathe in until you feel some resistance. And then think about just letting the air leave your body. Alright, so bring your knees back up to center. Drop them down to your left side and turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Again, think about your shoulder blades touching the ground. Keep them planted, keep them glued. If your hips in the air, that's okay. Don't worry about that too much. Alright, so one more inhale. One more exhale. Bring your knees back up to center. And let's do happy baby before we go. So reach in between your legs for the soles of your feet. Send your feet up to the sky and pull them down with your hands. So if it's a little too tight to do full happy baby, you can do it with just one leg. Keep one leg on the ground. Grab the other leg and pull your knee down with your hand. So this is half happy baby. Just using one leg. Full happy baby is both legs. You can kind of roll side to side. You might fall to one side, but that's okay. You're not going to get hurt. It's happy baby. It's supposed to be a silly pose. Straighten your legs out if you want a little bit of a hamstring stretch. And wherever you are, take one more inhale. As you exhale, you can release your feet down to the mat. Straighten your legs out. Hands by your sides. And I'll do Shavasana with you today. I'm going to sit up so I can talk. You stay lying on your back. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, sigh out through your mouth. Try to hold your awareness on the physical sensation of your breath. So see if you can notice the air as it comes in past your nostrils, and then as it leaves past your nostrils. See if you can notice that wind or that air as it comes into your body, and then as it leaves your body. Notice how each inhale feels cool and refreshing. Like the inhale is bringing fresh energy, fresh life into your body. And then notice how each exhale, sort of warm, feels stale. Our exhale is releasing what no longer serves us. So tension in the body, stress in the mind. With each inhale, imagine breathing in bright white light, fresh new energy. And each exhale, releasing what no longer serves us. You can visualize that as a dark cloud leaving your body. We're just going to take a few more breaths. Start to bring the awareness back to your body with small movements. So wiggle your fingers and toes. Circles with your wrists and ankles. Next inhale, you can take your hands overhead for a good morning stretch. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your right side. Bend your knees and use your hands as a pillow for your head. Just take a moment here. Maybe take one more inhale. As you exhale, sigh out through your mouth. And just notice how you feel. Calm, content, maybe warm, because we did a little more vigorous practice. And try to keep those calm qualities as you go throughout the rest of your day. So, letting me, I'm just letting you. Namaste.